So let me ask you this. The I heard you mention earlier, and I just need you to kind of fill in some blanks. You said, okay, if you don't crush the pearl right, then the crystals don't maintain shape, and I imagine that has something to do with the signal proteins and their efficacy. So, and somewhere along the line, when I was scamming through your site, I saw something about other companies do chemical processes and you don't. So how then do you make your pearl, good?
Yeah, so we, so definitely I cannot use the ancient way to process it. It will be too expensive. So I try to study the modern technology and find out a way which is really, so my goal is first is to maintain the crystalline structure and also don't lose any of the nutrients in the pearl, because what the research they find out is that the pearl 99.9 more than 99.99% of the DNA that produce the pearl is more than 99.99% close to the human DNA that is responsible for the calcium metabolism. So
wait. I can't let this go by. So what you're saying is that the human's calcium has a DNA structure, and that pearl, when it's in its original form, has a virtually identical DNA structure.
Yeah, so basically the pearl is very, the DNA that creates the pearl, is very close, because pearl is actually created by a live being, right? And the part of DNA that creates the pearl is more than 99.9999% to the human DNA that controls the human metabolism, human calcium metabolism. So human calcium metabolism basically is like the engine, creates our energy, and also also controls all kinds of, controls our mood, controls our energy. And so this is very important. And also, calcium metabolism for the bone, critical for the bone health. And so this is a very important part of our life. The pearl literally like closest to the human calcium metabolism. Yeah.
I mean, so that's everything right
there. Nutrients for calcium metabolism.
I have so many fireworks going off in my head about this, because 99.9999 basically it's an exact match.
Yeah,
to the human's calcium metabolism structure. And I am very blessed. My bones are strong. I've broken a few motorcycle accidents and stuff, but they've healed. But there's a lot of people out there with teeth deteriorating and their bones breaking early. And I read somewhere, and I'm sure you know a lot more about this, but what I read is that a lot of times why people's bones get weak is because the body will do whatever it needs to get the essential vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, and that includes stealing them from the bones so that everything else can operate properly, because the body has to have all the appropriate minerals and whatnot. And everybody knows that the typical calcium supplements out there just don't work that well. And so if I understand you correctly, what makes this product so unique, in essence, is that it's basically 100% calcium, because it's made by a living creature in the water, and then the signal protein structure, and also I want to circle back to the way you manufacture it. It sustains that pureness, and that's what allows, when it goes into our bodies, to actually have the efficacy that I've been reading about in the testimonials.
Yeah, because what happens is we want all the nutrients in the pearl. We don't want to lose any of them, because for our calcium metabolism to work, it's actually not just need calcium. It needs polysaccharides, amino acid, proteins, and So it needs a matrix of nutrients. It's not just calcium. So that is why the calcium supplements on the market, they don't really work. They cannot really increase the bone densities, and they might even have some negative side effects. We need the whole matrix of the nutrients, and the pearl literally has the matrix closest to what the human body needs. So that's why when I manufacture, I want to make sure all the nutrients can become more accessible to human body. And also, none of them, during the process, we don't want to lose any one of them. Also, we don't want to add anything into it either. So because that's a lot of people, when they manufacture, they add a lot of junk into
filler,
it.
filler, and
so we don't want to lose anything. We don't want to add anything. We want to keep the crystalline structure and also make it more absorbable. So what came up to me is to use this aerodynamic process to explode up the pearl, and with very high pressure, explode out the pearl and create this very fine herb, a fine powder.
is it something you have a patent?